Drive it harder.
Snare snaps tight with a metal glare. Patterns twist deep in the heated air. Voices crack through in a ghosted call, filling every corner of the hall. Tension bends the signal till it screams, waiting as the floor splits at the seams. Limiter break guy. Limiter break guy. Limiter break. Limiter break. Limit up. Break up. Limit up. Break. Unfold again.
Shadows pulse deep in the circuit glow. Bassline cracks where the currents flow. Synth lines twist in a double helix run, dragging every heartbeat into one. Broken signals rise in a coded frame, counting down the seconds to the flame. Voltage breaker, tearing through the night, cutting every waveform out of sight. Riding on the rush of a titan spark, keeping all the static in the dark. Voltage breaker, running with the charge, breaking every limit in the bar. Brick hit, push it harder. Break, break, split the armor. Kick burst sharp like a tether snap. Patterns fold tight in a feedback trap. Voices glitch through the crystal haze, shifting every motion in the maze. Broken signals rise in a coded up, ignite again.
Bass shakes wild in a trembling crawl. Kicks hit fierce like a sudden fall. Leads flash quick in a humming chain, pulling every moment through the strain. Fragments rising up the broken line, waiting for the drop to realize. Signal riot bursting through the core, breaking every rhythm to the floor, riding on a beat that cuts too tight, shattering the pattern of the night. Signal riot, running in the heat, twisting every pulse inside the beat. Break, 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 turn it higher. Turn it higher. Turn it higher. Burn the wire. Hi-hats scatter in a rapid spark. Pattern shift loud through the bending dark. Voices hit sharp in a stuttered slide, carving out a path where the shadows hide. Fragments rising up the broken line, waiting for the drop to realize. Signal liar. Burn the wire. Turn it higher. Burn the wire. Turn it higher. Burn the wire. Turn it higher. Burn the wire. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Rhythm surge deep in the racing flow. Bassline spins tight in the neon glow. Let's send spirals in a rapid turn, pulling every second till the circuits burn. Static pressure rides beneath the tone, waiting for the drop to take the throne. Hyperdrift sliding through the beat, ripping up the floor with reactive heat, running on a pulse that bends the night, driving every motion into light. Hyperdrift caught inside the spin, breaking all the chaos from within. Slide, push it higher, 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 push it higher. Snare snap crisp in a coated line, patterns roll sharp through the borderline. Vocal cuts shimmer in a glitching haze, tripping through the tempo's wired maze. Static pressure rides beneath the tone, waiting for the drop to take Midnight trigger. Low hits thrum like a hidden blade. Bassline moving in a tight cascade. Leads pulse quick in a strobing chain, pulling every heartbeat through the frame. Shadows flicker close around the sound, waiting for the drop to shake the ground. Midnight trigger, firing through the dark, hitting every rhythm with a burning mark. Running on a beat that cuts too fast, dragging every second till it's past. Midnight trigger, locked into the heat, breaking all the tension in the beat. Hit, loaded higher, spark the wire. Loaded higher, spark the wire. Higher, 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 higher. Snare snaps hard like a racing spark. Patterns fall tight in the glowing dark. Voices shift in a glitching haze, setting every element ablaze. Shadows flicker close around the sound, waiting for the drop to shake the ground. Midnight trigger, spark the wire. Loaded higher, spark the wire. Hit higher, 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 higher. Midnight trigger. A sharpened line, kicks roll tight in a double time. Lips and slice in a rapid sweep, pulling every motion from the deep. Tension coils up in a narrow thread, waiting for the hit to break the spread. A razor pulse, tearing through the light, driving every echo into flight. Running on a beat that splits the air, carving out a rhythm sharp and rare. Razor pulse, burning through the core, leaving every limit on the floor.
Slash, slash, turn it higher. Cut, cut, feed the fire.
A slice and pace, patterns twist hard in the shifting space. Voices crackle in a fractured call, holding every second in a thrall. Tension coils up in a narrow thread, waiting for the hit to break the spread. A razor pulse, 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 pulse.
Ignite again.
snaps too clean, tearing through the silence in between. Voltage break line, charging through the night, feeding every signal into life. Turn it higher. 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 Hi-hats flicker in a syncopated glide, patterns lock tight like a shifting tide. Voices glitch soft in a filtered sweep, slicing through the dark where the signals creep. Crackling tension climbs the narrow wire, waiting for the spark to amplify higher. Voltage break voltage break voltage break line. Voltage break. Voltage break line. Bass rolls heavy like a loaded storm. Kick snap sharp in a rising form. Space coil tight in a glowing chain, pulling every moment through the vein. Voltage rising fast beneath the skin, counting every second till it spins. Neon pressure, pushing through the night, crushing all the silence with electric light, racing with a pulse that hits too clean, cutting through the shadows in between. Neon pressure, tightening the line, driving every beat into the spine.
Push it, push it, push it, push it, push it, push it, run it higher. Higher. Push it, run it higher. Push, 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 run it higher. Push, 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 run it higher.
Hi-hats twist in a fractured glide, patterns bend deep like a turning tide. Voices flare in a filtered slice, locked into the tempo's icy vice. Voltage rising fast beneath the skin, counting every second till it spins, 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 spins. Neon pressure, 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 pressure.
Pressure. higher.